It was a 3-0 win for Dortmund over Schalke in the mother of all derbies, is what they call it. Erling Haaland on the score sheet once again. That means it's 18 goals in 20 Bundesliga appearances for the young striker. Stevie, it took Lewandowski 47 games to get to that number. Are we seeing a generational talent here?
Oh my goodness. We're certainly seeing the best young centre-forward of his generation by a country mile. And it's not just the number of goals that he scores for me that makes him remarkable. It's the way he does it. He does it with such a maturity. He sums up situations perfectly, whether it needs placed, whether it needs dinked, whether it needs thumped. I mean, you name it. This guy's got such a great football brain, and for somebody so young, it's just unusual and not something we're used to seeing.
At 20 years old, and of the players that are 20 or younger in Europe's top 5 leagues, the closest to his goals this season is 9 goals. It just shows you how he's head and shoulders above the rest at the moment. He's on the list for the Golden Boy. There are a few big names on there of young players, Phil Foden and Ansu Fati. Do you think Erling Haaland deserves it from what we've seen this calendar year?
Oh, absolutely. Other than Sancho, those other players aren't what you would say regulars. I would guess after three games, Fati has probably made himself a regular, but no, Haaland absolutely is a cut above the rest, and that tells you how good Haaland is, because we're talking about players like Sancho who were almost going for 100 million in this transfer window, and we're saying Haaland is a cut above that. I mean, that just tells you how good he is, and I don't see how this stops. He's always going to be playing with in an attacking side, and he's always going to be playing with one of the best sides, because he already is, and he's only going to take another step up the ladder. So he's always going to get opportunities because of the teams that he plays with and will play with, and so he's always going to score goals. The only problem he has to think about, or the only thing that can hold this guy back, is an injury. That's it, because on the field of play, when he's 100% fit, absolutely astonishing.
He's managed his career well so far. Obviously, his father's played a big part in that, and his agent as well. What do you think if he had have gone to Manchester United? Do you think we'd be seeing these figures from him still?
Absolutely no chance. No. It's about the team. The team he's in right now absolutely suits his game down to the ground. It's about going forward. It's about creating chances and scoring goals. And right now, Manchester United is not that side. Manchester United are more of a counter-attacking side than a team that tries to go forward and dominate the game. So, no question, had he gone to United, it would affect the numbers. And you'd have to say it might have affected his progress as well. He's in the perfect place right now. I'm sure he'll be there for maybe another 2 seasons, and then it'll be another step up.
Just to end, Schalke, I say this is a derby. It was very one-sided. That's 21 games winless now. Not looking good, is it?
You think? I tell you what, they may as well start getting ready for the relegation for next season. There is absolutely no way this team. I can't think of any other side that in history that has looked so doomed so early. They're just a shadow of a football team. There are 11 players running around in a haze because of what's going on the last 20 games and more. They're just in a complete fog, and there's no way out of it. It's not changing until they make radical changes, and that's not happening until the end of this season. So it must be a horrendous place to have to go into work every morning, just wondering how bad it can possibly get, or can it get any worse?
Yeah.
Awful.
And then having to face Erling Haaland and Borussia Dortmund. Anyway, that's how it ended. Borussia Dortmund with the win in the Revierderby over Schalke.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.